Everybody, welcome back. It's Cape Rugby TV time. Time for us to take a look at what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby. Every week, we're bringing you the information, the happenings, the scores, the logs, the results, the fixtures, the coaches, and of course, we talk about the clubs. Currently, the big thing that's happening in Western Province Rugby is the SCORE Western Province Club Rugby Sevens playing out at City Park. Coming up this weekend is the finals. So today is the big day for us to talk about what's going to come up in the finals. Big thanks, of course, to our partners on board with us, SCORE Energy Drinks. We're going to explain to you a little bit later how you can win yourself a case of SCORE Energy Drinks. And of course, a big thanks to our partners, CyberSmart. CyberSmart Internet Service Providers. We're going to explain to you how you can go and get the best internet services that you need by visiting www.cybersmart.co.za. We'll talk about that a little bit more in the show as we get through tonight's fixtures and results, but mainly from the sevens. Jerome Paardewater is back with us. Jerome, nice to have you back, man.
Yeah, good to be back.
Yeah. So, anyway, let me also introduce Alistair. Alistair, nice to have you back.
Good to be back, JP.
All right, guys, let's get straight into it. The sevens at Western Province Rugby, again, Jerome, no surprise. It's the event everybody's been waiting for. Amazing occasion. And we're going to look at it tonight, but it really is good to see the quality of rugby that's unrolling there.
Yeah, it's good to see, and it's good to see how the clubs use sort of the youngsters to play. Let the older guys rest a bit, and it's good. And I mean, they're competitive, so yeah, it's really good.
And what do you make? You weren't here last week, but what do you make of the fact that there's now prize money for the first time? I mean, 10,000 Rand for the first prize, and we're going to look at some of the other prize monies, but this is quite an exciting occasion for all the teams.
Yeah, look, it's good. I mean, there's a lot of clubs that struggle financially.
Yeah.
So I mean, and obviously, if I'm a club, I would say if I win this, I divide the money amongst the players. But that never happened. So I hope prize money is for that.
That is, you've just raised such an interesting point. You know, Alistair, do you think there's any rules on what do you do? Like all of a sudden there's prize money. What are the rules? Do you take the money and you share it amongst the team? Do you take the money and you take it back to the club and you give it to the club and then they can upgrade the facilities? I mean, what are the options?
Yeah, look, it's a tricky one because obviously clubs have expenses. Yeah. There's logistics involved with regards to the sevens being played. And then those 20 players are not just the club. There's still those that plays 15. So do you spend it amongst the whole club? Do you spend it amongst the sevens squad? Or do you pile it back into the club? You know, into their tiki.
Yeah, well, but are we at risk then of a player saying I'm supposed to get prize money?
Yeah, you can. Look, the thing is, really, like Alistair say, if you're accountable and you can say and you can speak to the players and say, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to use this money for X, Y, and Z. Are you happy with it? If they complain, then you say, okay,
goodbye.
This is fine, take the money, but there's nothing next year.
Yeah, but isn't this, Alistair, the perfect opportunity to teach players why playing rugby is good for the community? That if you you're playing for the community, and that by playing rugby, you're actually, the player itself is triggering an investment that can go back to the people and back to the club.
100%. So I think it starts with clarity on why we're playing in this tournament, you know. The vision of what we want to achieve out of the tournament, and then how we're going to plow that, as you say, back into the club. Because the club investment can help with community investment. Yeah. You know, a club might have a junior section that's struggling. You know, they could plow, the seniors could help out by winning a senior tournament and plowing it back into their junior section, which is then long-term investment for the club. Because now you're working on your pathway, player pathway for your club.
Yeah, and what a fantastic opportunity, yeah. I mean, Jerome, this is really an amazing opportunity to teach players that the game is not only about yourself. Playing the game is about using your physical skills now, and in this case, you're a rugby player, and you're using your physical skills to provide an opportunity for the community to have a better or improved life. Because you're able to play physically. Yeah. So your skills is able to, for the first time, convert into something back for the people.
No, that's exactly, but I mean, like we all know the sad thing about rugby, the money that got into money, like a guy from Makassar will drive to Hamilton's, just make an example, to go play rugby there because of the money. And that is what happened. But if like the guys who are at the club and who are like playing for the club, it's also, I mean, the club is there. They've got lights, they've got a field, they got a facility. Some have a few gym at the club. They get coaching, and that's for free. If you look at how much you pay to go to a gym, how much you pay to go to a sports facility, and that's for free. If you, the community guy, you must think like that.
Yeah. So, Alistair, you wanted to come in there.
Yeah, it's like you'll be surprised at how youngsters look up to a first team. You know, the first team of the rugby club in the community. If you walk around in Ravensmead, for example, okay, the kids are at different schools there, but they will refer themselves to one of those first team players when they're playing in the road, and they only want to play for the club who's based there.
Well, I like the fact that a club and players can come together as a team and do something physical, and that if they win, they're able to feed the team. They're able to feed the community. So, folks, let's take a look. Our first game then, of course, at the City Park Sevens. The score, Western Province Club Rugby Sevens at City Park. This is Brackenfell women against St. George's women. Final result there for the women is, of course, St. George's, 26 points to 5. We've got a full house of logs for you, but we will take a look at that in a minute. Jerome, the teams are playing 3 different pools, a pool A, a pool B, and a pool C for the women's logs. It's kind of an interesting scenario in terms of, so I think there's 9 teams in total playing across 3 different leagues. Does that make a difference, or is it just play on the day and wait until you see how it comes through?
Look, I think it can make a difference because some teams are strong, some teams are not so strong. So it depends on the day who you pitch. But in sevens, it's totally different. If you just look at this game now, St. George's wasn't that good in the 15s men. Brackenfell actually won the women's trophy, the 15s.
Yeah.
And look what happened. So there's a big difference between the sevens and the 15s.
Yeah. All right, folks, we're going to take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we're going to take a look at Belleville women and Busy Bees women, as well as a few of the other games. We'll also bring you the logs from the women's fixtures. Back in a sec, don't go away.